Going on, everybody? It's Key Time coming back with another one to talk about the Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, and the New Orleans Pelicans and Oklahoma City Thunder. Both games were game twos last night, and I'm going to get into both of them right now with the first game. Now, the first game, I expected for Miami to come back and bounce back, and that's exactly what they did. They had a great shooting night from the 3 point line. This was basically a role reversal of what happened in game one. Because game one, the Boston Celtics made 22 threes, 57 points from the 3 point line, and they won by 20. So I noticed that going into halftime last night's game, Boston, they had the lead, but it wasn't the type of lead that they are used to having. I mean, at halftime in the first game, they were up by 12. This game, they were only up by 3. So the Miami Heat, they kept hanging around. Tyler Hero, he had a good game. He had 24 points. And also, Bam Adebayo, he had 21 points. So those two were the leading force. And also there was another guy, also Caleb Martin, he had 21 points. So those three guys together accounted for 68 points. So, and plus you had a lot of bench production coming off the bench for the Miami Heat. This is, when it comes to the Miami Heat, this is a player by committee. If you don't have your best player, which the Miami Heat do not have their best player in Jimmy Butler, is player by committee. And everybody pitched in last night. So props to Eric Spoelstra for coming up with a great game plan. Now, as far as the Boston Celtics, I can tell you where they lost this game at. Shooting all those threes, they were 12 of 32 from the 3 point line. See, they live by the three and they die by the three. Last night, the threes got them in trouble. Also, from the free throw line, they was 15 to 21. Also, with offensive rebounds, they got out rebounded on the offensive side. But the one resounding stat that is just it's just so hard for me to comprehend this, and the Celtics still lost, is points in the paint. Now, the Boston Celtics had 46 points in the paint. The Miami Heat only had 26 points in the paint. Now, the team that has the most points in the paint usually wins the game. But just like I said, when it comes to the Boston Celtics, they like to shoot a lot of threes. They take a lot of threes, and sometimes they make a lot of threes. And as far as the defensive side for Boston, I don't have no problem with Boston. It's just only thing that will hurt Boston is shot selection, shooting too many threes, not getting to the foul line more in the game. That's the only thing that is going to hurt them, and that's what hurt them last night in this game. But all in all, as far as for the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they had Jason Tatum had 28 points. Jaylen Brown had 33 points. Porzingis and Drew Holiday, they didn't have a good game. Porzingis only had 6 points. Drew Holiday only had 9 points. Now he is a defensive player, so 9 to about 15 points is right in his scoring mark. Derek White also, he only had 13 points. Al Horford had 6. So the series shifts to Miami for games 3 and 4. Can Boston go down there and win a game or two, or win both games? Yes, they can, because in the regular season, they went down there and won 2 games in Miami. But like I've been saying, The difference, the regular season, there's nothing on the line in the regular season. There is when you get to the playoffs, everything is on the line. Your playoff seed and however many games you can win, everything is on the line. So we are going to see can the Boston Celtics bounce back from this loss Saturday, because that's the next time they'll play. Is Saturday afternoon. We will see if the Boston Celtics can come back. Not come back, but can they bounce back and win game 3? As for the next series I want to talk about before I get out of here is the Oklahoma City Thunder and New Orleans Pelicans. This game, I believe the Pelicans, they are done. They really are. I mean, they best chance to get, I said, out of these first 2 games on the road in Oklahoma, I said, they got to get game 1 or game 2. Now, I always believe if you the road team playing in a 7-game series, your best chance to get your best game to get out of the first 2 games is always game 1, because everybody's trying to fill out each other. But since lack of offense for the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm gonna run down some of the stats for y'all, so y'all will know, for the people that wasn't able to watch the entirety of the game. Brandon Ingram, he had 18 points and 4 rebounds. Jonas Valanciunas had 19 points and 7 rebounds. Herb Jones had 18 points, 2 rebounds. Also, C.J. McCollum had 15 points and 5 rebounds. And Najee Marshall, he had 10 points and 2 rebounds. So everything that the New Orleans Pelicans did, it almost came in garbage time, because the Thunder, they had some hot shooting last night. I mean, you see from the 3-point line, they made 14 out of 29 3-point attempts. Also, as far as points in the paint, they were about even. What really got me is the total rebounds. Now, New Orleans, they got out rebounded by 5. And also free throws. With the free throws, New Orleans, they only missed 2 free throws the entire game. Well, both teams only missed 2 free throws the entire game. As far as the New Orleans Pelicans, they don't have Zion Williamson, and the players that they have on the floor, even though Brandon Ingram had 18 points, he didn't have a efficient night. He really didn't. And also C.J. McCollum, he didn't have an efficient night. So as far as the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he had 33 points in 35 minutes. He was very efficient. Jalen Williams had an efficient night coming off the bench. Also, Josh Giddey, he had an efficient night. And also, Luguez Dort, he had an efficient night coming off the bench and putting up 15 points. Now, the question is this series over? I believe so, because unless New Orleans wins game 3, which as of right now, it's uncertain that they will win game 3. But if they do, they may push the series. They'll extend the series to at least 5 games. But just like I said, the lack of ineptitude as far as shooting efficiency from the New Orleans Pelicans is going to hurt them later on in the series, and it has hurt them throughout the first 2 games, because they haven't been able to stop Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and the supporting cast of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And with that, those are my reactions to both game twos from last night, the New Orleans Pelicans, Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified of all my shows and content, reaction videos, and etc. And one last thing, remember the key is always on time.